Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the INNOVADERMA PLC General Meeting. Throughout this meeting, investors will be in listen-only mode, and I'd like to remind you that as stated in the meeting notice itself that the company will not be taking any questions during the meeting. I'd also like to remind you that this meeting is being recorded. I'd now like to hand over to Ross Andrews, Chairman of INNOVADERMA. Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you very much, Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to the 29th of April 2021 General Meeting. I am Ross Andrews, the Non-Executive Chairman of INNOVADERMA, and I will be chairing this meeting. It's now 10 o'clock, and I declare the meeting quorate and open. I would like to start the formal proceedings of this meeting, the first thing I would like to do is read out the text of a statement that was released at 7 o'clock this morning. While the microeconomic environment is set to remain uncertain for the remainder of the financial year, the government's reopening roadmap is going according to plan, and with promising vaccination rates, consumer category consumption is showing early signs of recovery. We've just entered the peak tanning season, and the exact speed of a return to historical consumption levels will only be known over the coming months. We remain confident that historic consumption levels will return quickly as further restrictions on social interactions are lifted, and that INNOVADERMA will emerge from the pandemic a stronger, more digitally agile business with the right leadership to compete and win the digital commerce world of today. Indeed, in the UK, 39% of consumers aged 18 to 34 plan to buy beauty products to celebrate the end of lockdown. Subject to shareholder approval today, the placing will enable the acceleration of the company's global direct-to-consumer strategy through capital investment in our e-commerce infrastructure and operational capacity, as well as strengthening the balance sheet. I will just now read through a few explanatory notes. The notice of meeting was posted to shareholders with the prospectus published in connection with the conditional placing and open offer on the 12th of April 2021. Accordingly, the notice of this meeting has been given. I propose, therefore, that with your consent, the notice should be taken as read. In respect of voting, to accurately reflect the views of shareholders of the company, in accordance with the Articles of Association of the company, voting today will be done by way of a poll on each of the resolutions put to the meeting. The poll will be conducted by the company's registrars. They will be distributing poll cards shortly. Only shareholders, their proxies, and duly appointed corporate representatives are entitled to vote. Those shareholders who already voted by proxy and who do not wish to change the way in which they voted need not complete a poll card, as their proxy vote will stand. Okay. I will read a short summary of each resolution to be proposed at the meeting, as we proposed before I put the resolution to the vote. The final results of the voting, including any proxy cards received by the company's registrars prior to the meeting on each of the resolutions, will be announced through our regulatory information services and published on our website as soon as reasonably practical following the end of the meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, I now proceed to voting on the resolutions, which I will formally propose to the meeting. The full text of each of the resolutions is set out in the notice of meeting, a copy of which you will have received. Resolution 1 is proposed as an ordinary resolution, and Resolution 2 is being proposed as a special resolution. Resolution 1 is to generally allot shares. Resolution 1 relates to the general authority of the directors to issue shares. Before the directors are able to issue shares, they must first be authorised by shareholders to do so, pursuant to Section 561 of the Companies Act 2006. Directors are seeking authority to allot shares in the company and grant rights to subscribe for or convert any securities into shares up to aggregate nominal amount of euros 1,019,532 in connection with the conditional placing and open offer, and up to a further amount equal to euros 912,489 nominal value, being approximately 1/3 of the aggregate of the company's issued share capital. I now propose that the resolution concerning the directors' authority to allot shares be approved. You will please vote now. I declare the poll closed. The results of the poll will be announced through our regulatory information service and published on our website as soon as reasonably practicable following the end of the meeting. Resolution 2 is to disapply preemption rights. Resolution 2 will give the directors authority to allot shares for cash without having to follow procedures set out in the Companies Act 2006 regarding statutory preemption rights. The company is seeking disapplication of statutory preemption rights in relation to the aggregate nominal amount equal to euros 1,019,532 in connection with the conditional placing and open offer, and up to a further amount equal to 547,493 euros, being approximately 20% of the aggregate nominal value of the company's enlarged issue share capital. The authority shall expire at the conclusion of the company's next annual general meeting in 2021, unless previously revoked or varied by the company in a general meeting. I now propose that the resolution concerning disapplication of preemption rights be approved. You will please vote now. I declare the poll closed. The results of the poll will be announced through our regulatory information service and published on our website as soon as reasonably practicable following the end of the meeting. That concludes the business of the meeting. I thank you all for your interest and attendance and declare the meeting closed. The results of the meeting will be announced through the regulatory news information service and posted on our website as soon as practicable following the conclusion of this meeting. Thank you very much. Mark, if I could hand back to you now, please.
Yes, thank you very much indeed, Ross. On behalf of the management team of INNOVADERMA PLC, thank you very much indeed for attending today's meeting. That now concludes today's session and you will shortly be disconnected. So thank you once again for your time and good morning to you all. Thank you.